Hello everyone, my name is Sharon Forrester and I am here to read the rest of my special dream journal dreams from dreams 24 to 34. So here I go. The 24th ever dream of Invader Zim, but grim. I was 15 years old when I had this dream. Zim, as usual, is talking in a stream, role-playing, making out with Penelope. Then I came in another. Zim was going to answer Penelope's comment, but Zim abandoned the stream and put the comment on the other stream by mistake. That's where Grim, a cute Urkin, and Nice, and his Sir unit, Mur, which was cool too. They showed and said hello. That's where I continued to talk to them. Grim liked me too. I couldn't believe it. It's like my dream came true. I kept talking to him and talking until another people came out, which duo from a dream I had before, and said wrong door, and entered the right door. Grim and I continued to talk, then I was awakened. Sad face. Then I got a little happy face, XOXOXO. Wow. So, the 25th dream ever of Invader Zim, but grim, forgotten. Now, the 26th ever dream of Zim. I was 15 years old still. Okay, first, I don't remember the beginning, but I do remember that I was walking maybe near Zim's house or maybe near inside the mall, a familiar mall. First, I hugged the girl, running, happy, having fun. I think he was saying something about disaster or maybe horrible to clean. I was Zim, the man I love to be with. I will kill Z. But not in this dream. Okay, I don't know what that means. Must have been someone else or something. Anyhow, Zim got inside his Voot cruiser and I got in as well with Gur. We were on our way to his house. In here, Zim didn't know me very well, but we were still friends. I looked at Gur, then around quickly, and then I turned to Zim. I kept looking at him in the whole ride and then outside. We're at his house already, and we all got off. Zim was going to grab something to clean with. Gur told him it was filthy and one wanted his base really clean. He grabbed a rag towel with a gear on it. It was already full with wet, so he shut the door. Then he came out. He cleaned from the sidewalk with his bare towel, and I got a little picture of a computer here for whatever reason. Then he realized that girl was telling him to clean it. Wait, it's not dirty. You told me to clean this because you want to. Oh well. Okay, then the dream continues on the next page. Oh wow, I got 2 pages. Nope, 4 pages of this dream. I got very sophisticated at 15, it looks like. He continued to clean till he was done. Then Gert got inside the Voot cruiser because we were going to that familiar mall that we didn't know if it was until one, I don't know, I would write right here, was familiar to it. Anyhow, we looked at the Voot cruiser. Zim was next to me. He smiled, so cutie. I smiled back. He gestured to the Voot cruiser. Then I looked inside. It was awesome when I saw it. I got in as Zim already got in. Then he pointed to a seat, but I looked down because I thought he was pointing to the floor. I've patted the seat. He patted the seat. Okay. I finally got in. Putting the seatbelt on. It was like the Voo Cruiser ride kind of seat. The Voo Cruiser was familiar as a real one. I know out of his dream. Okay. I know out of his dream. Okay. I got out and then I looked at Zim going to his side of the Voo Cruiser. I wanted to sit there. Zim already knew, like if he could read my mind. So he pointed to the other seat next to me, but I refused this time. I ended up sitting almost in the same seat that Zim was sitting in, and he began to fly. I think he was on my lap. I could see his arms looking up. I saw his face, and he smiled. I smiled back, of course. Whoa, this is so cool. Zim ensued. Okay. Thank you. Oh, he said answered. Answered, not ensued. Thank you. I smiled, showing my teeth. Wasn't sure if I was going to laugh or not. Anyhow, in a few seconds, looking forward with a very clear view, I was looking at the sky until everything faded and I was looking inside of the mall. Now, I kind of twisted a few things here, but I'm going to read it exactly how I wrote it. Let's fix this one so it can look cute there. There we go. That's a nice. Okay, so before that little paragraph, I told Zim I can fly the Voo Cruiser, but not as good like you do. But flying this one, and Zim just nodded. I was thinking that after all those years of love for Zim, I thought that he should already know before I lose him, but I didn't know if I ever would. Zim, he said, as I looked around the mall, driving around, and continuing on past that last paragraph, Zim responded, what? I looked at him. He had his eyes kind of at the mad. I looked out. I took a deep breath and finally said, I love you a lot. Zim said, really? Yes, I responded. I would do anything to be with you. I would work my whole life for you. That's how much I love you. He said back, I can believe that. Let's see. Then here, out of the way, Zim was talking. I can tell that I won him. Now he's mine forever. And I got like 4 exclamation points for each word there. No, these. I don't know whose he is. We stopped and we went to order something to eat. Before that, we were wandering around the mall. It was fun doing things with Zim. There was these ginormous sandwiches. Weird, but awesome and good. Zim was with us, waiting. I was staring at him. I remembered the rest of the dream before I decided to cut it off, but this thing may be walking, go, and then going back. Stupid idea. You don't go back. Note to self on that one. Zim was mine in the dream. I have no idea what I wrote there. Maybe I didn't remember what happened. All right. Next one. The 27th ever dream of Zim. 15 years old. Ooh, and I remember this. So, not the dream, but the concept of light Zim, dark Zim, Brittany, and all the role-playing characters in a huge running yard mess. Long title. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so Dark Sim and Light Sim were on the top of a big tree that was in my front yard. I was in the middle of the yard watching everyone. Brittany was on the other side of the tree, and every other Urkin was running around. I have never seen the Sur units in this dream. Things have gone wild. These were the enemy Urkins that came and wanted to hurt, which was mostly messed up. And Dark and Light Zim were playing and arguing on the tree. Suddenly, Light Zim fell asleep. Dark Zim just stood there, and everyone started to panic and run. And there were a lot of brown wooden little fences, and everything on the ground was all mud. Dark Zim started to run because one started to chase him. I went to Light Zim, and he was hurt with a blanket that was my brother's. He looks so cute. He was wrapped in with a blanket. Okay. I was carrying him. I was stroking his antennas. I did until he finally woke up, and then one Urkin started chasing us because they wanted to hurt us. Let's see up here. Then Light and Dark Zim, Brittany and I were trapped at the corner of some fences as high as for our knees, but we were protecting both Zims. If you want Light Zim, you will have to go through me. The Urkins literally went through me. Light Zim took out a baby toy lamp. Don't touch Sharon, she's my wife, and you leave her alone. And when they left, we were all saved. We hugged and kissed, and then the whole cycle started all over again. I guess the whole dream started again. Okay, so big smiley face, XOXOXO. All right, next dream. Here we go. The 28th ever dream of Zim. 15 years old still. Me and Grim met in real life. Okay, so this whole thing with Grim that I mentioned before and his unit Mur is someone that was role-playing with me when I was younger. And, you know, you get all smitten about this sort of thing. And it looks like I was more into him than he was into me. But still, it was kind of fun. And I guess I was really daydreaming about meeting him because I wanted to meet all the friends that I met online. Now, this was an awesome dream. I hated that it had to be over. Okay, it started when I was in the apartment of Florida in Lake Wales, next door. My apartment was to the right side, where it's always been, but the apartment to the left was Grim's. I was dreaming about this apartment at Lake Wales because I used to travel there in the summers when we went to Disney World. I was there standing in the middle of the little living room. Then the parents came in with two boys with brown hair and one with blonde hair. The blonde one was mean, but the brown hair was nice because it was Grim. And we both met, and I said, "Are you Grim?" "Yes." And I said, "Grim." We both hugged tightly and long. OMG. And that was a miracle to feel. I didn't want to let go of him. There was a Lego mess on the ground. Let's see. In Grim's room. And in this dream, he liked Legos like his brother. In real life, he has a sister. We played with the Legos and talked. Awesome! In parentheses. Hey, why can't I talk to you on the phone anymore? Or what? Oh, my parents shut it off because we were going to move soon. And I was upset face. Oh, okay. And then we kept playing and talking. Then my parents were making lunch. I invited Grim, and he so wanted to talk to me. We were talking about how fast we would eat while talking. He was fast, but I was really slow. We kept talking from there, and the dream was over. Oh, sad face. But it was an awesome dream. Give me more. Big smiley face, and then XOXO. The 29th forgotten dream of meeting Grim in real life, but we kissed. That's what I remember. Ooh. And the 30th dream forgotten of Zim. But a smiley face, but XOXOXO. Dreams, yay! So the 31st ever dream of Zim. News of Invader Zim. Dun, dun, dun. I was probably still 15 at this point, right? Yeah. Okay. So, I was at my high school in 9th grade. My grandfather was working there in the cabana. I don't know. He was continuing something with a lot of metal. He said that there was now about Invader Zim to show in the world. What? The best show in the world. Okay. There were new movies, and I think a little show in the new movies. The new stories of Shoulder Zim. Oh, Invader Zim. Sorry, I write weird sometimes. I was the first that he knew because I was Zim's nest and highest fun of all. My brother William was there as well, helping with everything, okay? And my grandfather helped with the movies, and I kept all the new stories. There was a ride, I don't know what I wrote there. Ride will not as well. I'll have to guess what that is, guys. I have no clue. I had this part of the dream before as well. Roller coaster, Zim, going on an adventure with Zim himself. Mine, only mine. I went on the ride first and then a few times. And the fun went on until I had to wake up. Big smiley face, XOXOXO. I think I was dreaming about movies because there was a point where I kind of ordered the entire Invader Zim set in like Zim's house. Unfortunately, it fell apart and I don't have it anymore, but it was pretty cool that they did that. Alright, so the 32nd ever dream of Zim. I was 17 years old. There's a 2-year jump with this. I write at the bottom, no, Invader Zim was forgotten but then remembered after almost 2 years. I hope to keep my fan-ish thing about Invader Zim. My love for Zim will never die. I love Invader Zim, but just not as I did when I was young. I guess that always happens, and we always think things will last forever. But, oh well, have fun with it. I remember mostly seeing Zim's face in front of me. He and I were looking for something important. We were in his blue cruiser. There was a battle of some sort. I think this was in New Mexico, where all of my friends were involved, like Alora, Jamal, Ryan, or Kyle. This was a dull place, and I couldn't remember any more than that. Well, any more. Better write in that. Big smiley face, XOXOXO. Okay, well, I mean, that works. I wrote something. Now, the 33rd ever dream of Zim. And I was 17 years old, and I was super excited. Now, the world came to be through my eyes. I was falling and fell into one of those bagel little antique houses in the earth. I didn't know why I was in here in the first place. Suddenly, I was inside the house. And the place is in a huge bedroom, and the white bed took the whole room space almost. Then I saw Zim. After all these years, I finally saw him again. After that, everything became weird and unrealistic. Like a woman out of nowhere comes in the room wearing barely any clothes. And when I looked down, I wasn't either. Zim was mad, and then the rest was a blurry. So let's just say that things happened in the bed, but then we all left the bed to be on the floor and then out of the window. And the weather was dark and light at the same time. And then we all looked at each other, and the dream was over. What was all that about? So, big smiley face, XOXOXO. So, and then we were staring at each other. Everything got blurry, and then we went back to seeing each other. And that's when we just found each other outside, even though we just had a glimpse of looking in. I have no idea. But I guess that was a hint on the SEX. But who knows? Oh well. Alright, let's see this one. The 34th ever dream of Zim. And this was the last dream I've had my entire life. I've never had a dream again of Invader Zim. Other random stuff? Yeah. I don't usually write them down though. 17 years old. It started in a room where I guess we were hiding to school that seemed like New Mexico. School. SKLLOOL. We headed inside and everything was super different. We were looking to sign in, but we were being toured around the place and doors were locked on us with green calls on a porch, okay, and a bird playground with a fence in front of us and with a downhill slope and a sidewalk. And when the doors and cells open, we went outside through the back and wished to Zim to have build a bear. So we saw a little shop in the small hill slope and in a circle surrounded by the streets and the long school. It was a stuffed animal shop. They had Build-A-Bears. I took a cream bunny with a blue dress, slippers, and a bowl for her hair and called her Annalie. But when I was faced with Zim and got what I wanted, the dream was over. It was a nightmare and a dream where I spent time with Zim, got something I wanted, and lost it. And that's basically the end of the Invader Zim dreams. So with that, I hope that you guys will subscribe, like, and comment, and see more stuff that's like this. Stuff from my childhood, writing blogs, and my writing process, and more. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.